right, citizen comments. I'll read.
Mr. Chair, no one has signed up to speak this evening.
All right, since no one has signed up, we will move right through that. Item number 6, consider approval of the August 4, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Consider approval of the August 4, 2025 work session meeting minutes. Consider approval of the August 11th, 2025 zoning hearing meeting minutes. Consider approval of the August 18th, 2025 consider our extraordinary session. Consider approval of the August 28th, 2025 zoning hearing meeting minutes. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of these dates and meetings.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve all 5 of the listed meeting minutes for last month.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 4-0, motion carries. So everybody is aware, today we had a workshop in which we went over the following items in detail so that we could move through this fairly quickly. New business. Item number 7, consider approval of the magistrate court judge contingent expense allowance. At our work session this afternoon, we heard from Judge Rita Kavanaugh, who shared with us the request for the magistrate court that they would request that we provide $200 per month per OCG 151023-1. This is never, we have not provided funding for this before. So this is the first time in years and years and years that the magistrate has come forth and requested these funding. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to also make sure that, along with that motion, that staff makes sure that the judges are given county cell phones so they don't have to use their own personal phone. And certainly some way that we can track, if they continue to use their vehicles, what their expense costs are so they can have their mileage approximated or paid back to them exactly based on what the federal reimbursement is.
Yes, ma'am. Is that a part of your motion?
Yes.
Commissioner Spalding, would you second that?
I rescind and second it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I have a rescinded and first and second motion. Now I have a first and second motion. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hands. Thank you. And thank you, judges, for what you do for us on a day-to-day basis.
Thank you.
Item number 2, consider approval of the first reading of the 2025 budget encumbrances. This afternoon, we heard from the Deputy Finance Director, Jamie Tarleton, about the budget amendments for the prior year. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the amended budget, approval of the reading of the FY25 budget encumbrances.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 5-0, motion carries. Item number 3, consider approval of the professional service contract for One Flesh Monitoring for the juvenile court utilizing the Juvenile Justice Grant. This afternoon we had a workshop. We heard from the grants manager, Larry Wallace, who shared with us about the information about the grants. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve professional services contract for One Flesh Monitoring for the juvenile court utilizing the Juvenile Justice Grant.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 5-0, motion carries. Item number 4, consider approval of a 5-year lease for the Power Max side cutter to include a 5-year service plan. This afternoon at the workshop, we heard from Public Works Director T.J. Imberger, who shared with us about the need for the purchase as a result of a fire that destroyed the only side cutter piece of equipment.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a number? Do we need to talk about the?
Whether or not you're gonna approve it as a purchase, which is.
The way that it's written, this would be a 5-year lease, so it would be, the numbers that were listed at the workshop, which was either the 66 if we start paying in March, or the 67 if we start paying in July of next year. I did have a conversation with Commissioner Flowers Taylor during the break concerning the request of staff and why we were requesting the lease over the direct purchase.
And, all right, are we doing option 1 or option 2?
It would be the recommendation that we do option number 1 for the lease purchase of $66,000. And Erica, if you would please help me with the amount. I think I have it right here, sir. Give me just a second.
The total is slightly more if it's lease.
That is
but
correct.
The time value of money makes it actually cheaper.
That is correct.
And if something happens to it,
Yeah.
they get real responsive to us if we have.
I bet they will. I bet they will.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I do not have that available for me. If you could run back up the slide deck, Ms. Tanya, and that way we can pull the numbers off the slide.
From earlier taking the workshop.
So where is, while you made a motion?
Yes.
Yeah,
Are you,
to
you're
approve.
still trying to work on that motion, right?
We haven't got a second, but it's gonna be whatever.
Actually,
That
we
number
don't
comes
have a second.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
So do we actually have a motion?
It's a motion, but not the full motion. That
Okay.
is correct.
Sorry, I was running behind a
It's
little bit tonight.
$66,511.74. First payment due March the 15th of 2026.
What was the total?
That's
And
option
then there
one.
was a second option as well for
It was-
it to be due in.
But staff recommended option one,
That is correct. So it's 66,511.74.
511.74.
That's your motion, correct?
Yeah, for the lease purchase.
First, all right.
And I'll second it. I have a question.
All right. Discussion?
Okay, so the first delivery date is going to be when?
So the delivery date right now, as it stands, is 45 days after the order.
Okay, and how is this going to be paid for?
It will be paid for out of Mr. Emberger's supplemental money that he has from the sale of the equipment that he's made that you've allowed him to keep inside of his budget.
Salvage?
That's correct.
Great.
So yeah, I got an issue with that. I got an issue with that because we're not letting anybody else do that.
Right, you had made the last discussion that we had around that topic, you allowed him to keep that, but that would be his last time to do that. This money is still sitting in there, to make this purchase for that equipment. This will be very, very close to the end of his money.
So I'm not really sure, I'm just a little bit confused, Steve. So I thought we didn't have a supplemental budget.
We don't, that supplemental budget that I'm describing here is the amount of money that he has sitting aside from the surplus vehicles that he sold from his department. So this comes from very old equipment that was sitting in the back of Public Works. So it was his old tractors, his old motor graders. It was equipment that had been purchased for his department that were just sitting in the backyard.
But we purchased new equipment. That's why
have.
that was sitting there.
We did, and those funds, a good bit of those funds were from that surplus equipment. We've made a fair amount of money off of that surplus equipment.
So just for the record, my concern is this. That money I feel like should go back in the general fund. Because if we replace the equipment, and I'm pretty sure other than this mower that just burned up, everything that he's not using has been replaced with something. And so I don't know what that number is. It could be $300,000. It could be $30,000. We don't know. And so, and I mean, and like with any other department, when money comes into their department, if money from the senior center goes into the general fund, doesn't go into the senior center coffer. So, Because TJ's not here tonight and I cannot fuss at him, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But this is the last time this will be
We're,
done.
we're very, very
We
close
fixed
to
it
the
so
last
it'll
of
never
this.
happen like
I will
this.
bring the numbers back to you.
Okay, that's, okay. Not fussing at you, TJ. No, you said.
Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor, please
Did we
signify
do a
by
second?
raising your hand.
I second it.
Yes, 5-0, motion carries. Item number 5, consider approval of amendment for the interlocal agreement with the Land Bank Authority. This afternoon at the workshop, we heard from the Land Bank Executive Director, Christopher Blocker, who spent time with us on the board's recommendation to move to the 2012 Land Bank authorization that affords him more control of the work they performed in and for our community. Do I have a motion to table?
Motion to table until staff has an opportunity to come back with the, red line contract that shows us what the changes are. The official request.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 5-0, motion carries. Item number 6, consider approval of the first reading of the Division 1 Laws of Local Application, Part 2, Board of Commissioners, Chapter 1, General Provisions Revision. This afternoon at the workshop, we heard from the county attorney, Ms. Stephanie Wyndham, regarding the changes to our Code of Ordinances. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'm so sorry I wasn't here for that. Can you give me the quick and dirty? What do we?
She sent out a red line. It's pretty, a whole lot in there.
The first part basically talks us through how we replace a commissioner if someone has to appoint one or if a seat becomes vacated. It also talks about what the requirements are for residency. Then it also talks about how we are allowed an allowance for our travel throughout Spalding County through a stipend monthly.
And other compensation.
And other compensation, like specifically what the chairman is compensated for his role as chairperson.
All right.
So that's basically the essence of that.
This is our first
Document.
reading. Let's make sure everybody
Right.
understands. This is first reading.
And I think the only, aside from what was originally put in the agenda, we only asked her to take in full.
Yeah, you made two changes, and one of those was to remove in full, just that phrase in full at section 2.2 compensation, subparagraph B, and then also at section 2.1 J to remove failure to attend a certain number of consecutive meetings as being deemed a resignation from the board by any commissioner.
And then we took those out.
Yeah, yes. We decided that was not, if,
In our
we
purview.
can't make you go away no matter what happens.
Yep.
All right,
So with that being said, if there are no other questions, I would like to make a motion to approve on first reading Division 1 Laws of Local Application Part 2 Board of Commissioners.
all right. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second discussion. I want to make sure everybody understands, I agree with everything in there minus the salary business, and I have continued to believe that that's not right. So I'm going to not approve this, but I understand all the words other than that. All right. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 4, all those opposed, 1, motion carries. All right, at this time, we have a DDA motion, I think.
No, we have a
Go back one.
number.
Yes, you know.
Was 6 and 7 the same thing?
Yes, those are the same thing.
Okay, I missed that part. Okay, item number 8, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to approve the contract between DDA, Downtown Development Authority, and Spalding County Board of Commissioners for the property known as the Handlighter property.
No, not the Handlighter property, the corner of Broad and North Fifth Street.
Oh, I'm sorry, the property, it's an old courthouse at the corner of Fifth and Broad Street. Oh, I just had a brain fart when you just told me that, made me forget what I
All
was
right,
gonna
I
say.
have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Does it Are the easements,
I
Attaching?
forgot the rest of my motion. I know where it is. Oh, the rest of my motion is for the sum of $500,000 and the guarantee that the building will not be destroyed, torn down.
is it, but I mean, is that going in as attachment to the easements? What happens if they decide to tear down?
There won't be any easements. There will be a restriction in the deed that is recorded.
Restrictive deed in there? Okay.
Yes.
That's.
Yes, what you wanted is basically all in there. All right? Any more? Do we have a second, right?
You do.
Okay. Any more discussion?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. 4. All those opposed? 1. Okay. Item number 8, report of the county manager.
Mr. Chairman, in light of brevity and how quickly we're moving through this meeting this evening, I
Almost
will
like a city
keep my
meeting.
report brief.
It's almost like a city meeting.
What?
It's so fast, it's almost like a city meeting.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I just want to update the board. I learned this morning during our staff meeting from Mr. Emberger that Jackson Road, the leveling, topping section of the road has been completed. It was completed on Saturday. So over the course of the next 10 days to 2 weeks, we will finish the total repaving of that road, and it will be back in operation as better
Wow.
than before.
Wow.
So for that, I am very thankful. We just
And quicker
prayed-
than anticipated. That's incredible.
yeah, last week they jumped on all the work that needed to be completed for the full depth reclamation, and they got that work done very quickly. They put the topping or the leveling on, and then they'll put the topping coat on here in the next 10 days, and that's actually really good news. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well done,
That's all I have.
well done. All right, Deputy County Manager?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to let the public know that DCA has allocated $6 million for homes that were damaged or destroyed during the 2023 tornadoes. There's certain criteria that applicants must meet, such as they must be single-family homeowners who has their primary residence were destroyed or damaged. The households must be low or moderate income thresholds. If you want more information, please just contact me and I'll be happy to supply the website and whatnot. But yeah, DCA has allocated $6 million from the 2023 tornadoes for damaged or destroyed homes.
And that's anywhere inside the city of Griffin? Or?
That is
Anywhere
anywhere in
in the county,
Spalding
okay.
County, Butts County, Henry County, Jasper, Meriwether, Newton, and Troup counties.
Right?
And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
That's, it's 25, it's 2025.
It's a couple years too late,
They
probably.
get to it, but
Yeah.
it takes a while for all this stuff to happen.
Yes, sir.
All right,
I don't have it.
Commissioner Watts?
I don't have it.
Okay.
I got
Bolden?
none either.
Commissioner Flowers Taylor?
Yes, I'd just like to say that we did have our re-inaugural meeting this morning of the Mental Health Awareness Committee.
Right.
It was attended about between 14 to 16 people. Got to see the county manager, see if he had some rhythm. It was very interesting, and we realized that it is a huge task.
Yes.
But I think that the people that came today are interested in working through it, and we did some work today and just processing the information, trying to whittle it down to something that was workable. So we're looking forward to some feedback information to come from the facilitator, and then we will decide at that point when our next meeting was. Today was not an action meeting. It was mostly a meeting about finding out what everybody thinks the needs are. So I was really happy about that. And I want to congratulate the 4 firefighters. I cannot say enough to people about what a person's adrenaline is when they walk up on a scene and someone is not breathing or someone is in respiratory or cardiac distress. The person you are, the person that just got out of the truck becomes someone all totally different because you have to do things by the number and you don't realize that you're saving somebody's life. you do realize that's the big picture, but that is your job, is to know in emergencies exactly what to do. So I just want to say, our firefighters are pretty awesome. I'm very happy that we finally transitioned to making sure that all of our firefighters are BCL and many ACL equipped, so they can go anywhere and knock a building down and put a big 6-story fire out and still save your life at the same time. So kudos to them. Congratulations to Officer Hollums, Watson, Hinton, and Matherson, for their courage and for their dedication to their craft.
Thank you. Vice Chair?
I just want to give another kudos out to our incredible animal control. We've got a real tough situation in Spalding County with just some real bad humans. It's not the bad animals, it's the bad humans that are acting very poorly. And our animal control does the best in a really terrible situation, and yet is still able to take as many dogs off the street as we have room for. And we keep that house packed. And yet, our director, Miss Vicky, is able to move those dogs out and get them adopted as fast as possible, which makes rooms for more dog and cats. And good grief, everything else that animal control takes in, from horses to pigs to llamas. I mean, there's all kinds of shenanigans. But we're able to really do a great job. We really are a model that the Department of Ag for the state of Georgia actually uses. People, they tell them, hey, if you're going to build a shelter, go tour Spalding counties. That's how you're supposed to do it. So I just couldn't be prouder of that group. Do we want to do more? Absolutely. And if money falls from the sky, we'll double the size of our animal shelter so we can house more. But in the meantime, for what we've got, it's an absolute grand slam every day. So I just want to shout them out again about how awesome they're doing. And that's all I got.
I want to talk about suicides. They continue in our county. We had 2 or 3 more suicide threats this weekend. People are talking about it. This is really an epidemic inside of our county. I had an opportunity at the urban outreach to watch a number of people get involved and be able to do something. And then out of that, the chairman of the Board of Education tomorrow is having a suicide issue come up to be able to discuss among his staff, to be able to talk about it. On the 15th, we have the state suicide prevention officer due to come down here to talk to us about it. For the most part, this is taking care of people. Talk to people. Look at people. This isn't some great plan that has to be done. This is just talking to people and listening to people and making sure that your friends, your colleagues, people you know, your next door neighbor, if they're in, if they are having an issue, they know that they can come to you. If you're a leader, please talk to your subordinates about it so that it's an okay subject to talk about. As a parent, please talk to your family about the situation so that they know who to go to and how to take care of it, and that they can come talk to you about it. The issue that happened at Skipstone is heartbreaking, but the good news is nobody was killed. The bad news was for all those people that are around that child, thinking, I'm sure there's teachers who said, I should have seen it, coulda, woulda, I could have done something to help. Parents feeling the same way, other children doing the same kinds of things. This is almost in a total emotional issue that you have to take the time to work out and be able to do stuff with. So we're working hard in our county to stop these deaths that are going on. Last minute, Counselor,
No, sir.
Deputy
Clerk.
I want to also make a comment about the amount of videos that you're doing there, Dr. Burks. That's absolutely great. If you want to know how to do appeals on your taxes, if you want to know how to do those kinds of things, she's public safety, public PSA,
Public service announcement.
public service announcements that she's putting on there. And you can go onto our web and get to that part and watch and see how that's done by the people who are officially doing it for you. So it's really great. I appreciate all that stuff that we're doing for it. All right. Any other last minute comments?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hands. 5-0, we're adjourned. Thank you.